Welcome to this explainer. When you hear the name Scottsdale, Arizona, your mind probably jumps straight to sprawling golf courses or these massive ultra-luxury resorts. But trying to pinpoint the best part of Scottsdale? Well, it's a lot like asking for the best food in the world. It depends entirely on your taste, your lifestyle, and honestly, what you prioritize on a daily basis. So today, we're taking a structured, cinematic journey through Scottsdale's incredibly unique real estate landscape. We're going to completely decode this market by looking at how the city's geography actually dictates your lifestyle across three totally distinct regional zones.
31. That is the magic number we need to keep in mind. Scottsdale's geography is, well, it's highly unusual. The city stretches roughly 31 miles long from north to south, running right along the base of the beautiful McDowell Mountains. But get this, it's remarkably narrow, only about 5 to 7 miles wide. Because it's stretched so far out longitudinally, driving from the bottom of the city to the top isn't just a matter of changing street names. It's a literal shift in climate, architecture, and daily lifestyle. It naturally carves the city into completely distinct regional zones.
So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First up, South Scottsdale's urban energy. Then, Central Scottsdale's green oases. And finally, North Scottsdale's desert luxury.
All right, let's dive right into Zone 1, South Scottsdale, where it's all about urban energy.
Now, Old Town heavily contrasts with that typical desert sprawl stereotype. This area is entirely focused on a highly walkable, cosmopolitan lifestyle. You've got over 100 restaurants and 50-plus art galleries right outside your front door. You can literally hop on the free Scottsdale trolley on the weekends and just leave your car parked. Because of all this amazing density, the housing here is heavily focused on condos, starting around $400,000 for a garden-style setup, all the way up to luxury high-rise towers hitting $2 million or more. So if you're a young professional, an empty nester, or just someone who prioritizes nightlife, high energy, and a lightning-fast 12-minute commute to Sky Harbor Airport, this is absolutely your zone.
Moving slightly north, we hit Zone 2, Central Scottsdale. These are the green oases.
And I mean green literally. Central Scottsdale completely shatters the idea that Arizona is just dirt and cacti. It's an unbelievable contrast. When you move into this middle section of the city, that urban concrete of the south just sort of fades away, but you aren't quite in the rugged desert yet either. Instead, you're suddenly surrounded by mature trees, massive stretches of green grass, and established landscaping. Honestly, it feels more like a resort in the Midwest or California than the middle of the Sonoran Desert.
You really see this in two of the defining communities here, McCormick Ranch and Gainey Ranch. McCormick Ranch is anchored by this incredible green belt that features 11 miles of paved paths and, get this, 7 man-made lakes. Yes, lakes in the desert. The housing stock here leans toward classic, single-story ranch homes built back in the 70s and 80s on really generous lots, typically running between $650,000 and $1.1 million. Just next door, you've got Gainey Ranch, which offers a highly desirable lock-and-leave lifestyle. It's a guard-gated paradise running from $750,000 to about $2.5 million, perfect for snowbirds, where you essentially trade the urban trolley for a golf cart. It's established, it's lush, and you still get a very manageable 15 to 20-minute commute basically anywhere.
Okay, quick detour before we head further north, because we absolutely have to talk about the magic 85254 zip code. This is one of the most strategic, value-packed boundary zones in the entire metro area, and savvy homebuyers just love this pocket. Why? Well, you get a prestigious Scottsdale mailing address and access to top-rated schools, but technically speaking, you're actually in Phoenix city limits. That means you get the sheer relief of Phoenix property taxes, which can be significantly lower, along with highly responsive Phoenix city services. It's kind of like Scottsdale Light without the full price tag, sitting right near the upscale Kierland Commons.
All right, back on our northbound journey. Zone 3, North Scottsdale, the hub of desert luxury.
The contrast here is just night and day. Down in the south, you have walkable condos and a quick 15-minute hop to the airport. But up in the north, you're trading that immediate city access for breathtaking space, privacy, and pure exclusivity. Out here, we're looking at private estates, rugged desert terrain, and a much longer 30 to 45-minute commute. It's a true destination lifestyle. You don't just live here. You live here for the experience of the environment itself.
3,000. That's our next big number. As you head past the Loop 101 freeway, the elevation steadily starts to climb, eventually reaching over 3,000 feet above sea level. This obviously provides dramatic, panoramic views of the entire valley, but it also physically drops the temperature by 4 to 7 degrees compared to the valley floor. Believe it or not, you'll even see occasional winter snow dustings up here, which is a totally mind-bending reality for people who just picture the Arizona desert as endless heat.
When we talk about the absolute gold standard of master plan communities in North Scottsdale, we have to talk about DC Ranch and its ultra-luxury enclave, Silverleaf. DC Ranch is incredibly social and family-oriented. It's got its own walkable hub called Market Street and over 30 miles of trails, with median prices from $1.2 million to over $3 million. But if you want the literal pinnacle of luxury, you move further up into the canyon to Silverleaf. Sitting at the highest point, these are custom estates ranging from $2 million up to well over $10 million, offering 360-degree views, a private Tom Fazio-designed golf club, and unmatched privacy. This is exactly where you're going to find the CEOs, the professional athletes, and the celebrities.
But hey, don't have a $10 million budget lying around? You don't need one to enjoy North Scottsdale. Take Grayhawk, for example. It offers 2 championship golf courses and fantastic family amenities at a much more accessible price point, running from about $600,000 to $2 million. Then you have McDowell Mountain Ranch. Built right up against the McDowell Sonoran Preserve, this is an absolute paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. You get direct access to a 30,000-acre protected desert wilderness with over 200 miles of hiking and biking trails right out your front door. It is perfectly designed for active, health-conscious families.
Finally, as we wrap up our geographical journey way up in the far north, we hit communities like Ancala and Troon North. This is where architecture truly meets rugged nature. Ancala features cutting-edge, contemporary, desert-modern homes. Think massive, floor-to-ceiling glass walls showcasing the desert, ranging from $2 million to $8 million plus. Troon North, meanwhile, features quiet, rugged estates built seamlessly around massive, natural granite boulders. In these far north zones, density is practically non-existent and the lot sizes are huge. You are happily trading that long commute downtown for absolute architectural privacy and dramatic high-desert landscapes. So, let's tie this whole thing together. If you want high-energy walkability and a quick 15-minute airport commute, South Scottsdale is definitely calling your name. Are you an active family or a snowbird looking for lush greenery? Central Scottsdale is your manageable 20-minute sweet spot. And if you are an ultra-luxury buyer, an avid golfer, or just a major nature lover willing to trade a longer commute for expansive, rugged exclusivity, well, you belong in the north.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. Knowing how dramatically this 31-mile stretch changes, will you choose the pulse of the city, the peace of the green oasis, or the prestige of the high desert canyon? It is such a fascinating real estate canvas, and the choice entirely comes down to the lifestyle you want to build. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the 3 regional zones of Scottsdale real estate, and I hope this helps you decode the market for your very own journey.